Good evening, everyone. Well, as you know, we've been many long days at this process. And as we indicated to people earlier, the two governments were going to consult all the parties again and table what we thought were the right proposals for the way forward for Northern Ireland and for the future of people here. And we have tabled our proposals to all the parties now, and I want to tell you what those proposals are and tell you why I believe it is so important that they are supported. As a result of these proposals, if they are implemented, I can now tell you that the following will happen. The devolution will begin, that shortly after, within days, the process of decommissioning begins, both notification and authorization that it should happen. Within weeks of that, actual decommissioning, continuing right through until complete decommissioning of all paramilitary weapons in Northern Ireland by May 2000. That is the agreement we have before us. And if any part of this process is broken, there is an absolute legislative fail-safe immediately and automatically which suspends the process. This, therefore, I hope, will command the support from all those who have supported the Good Friday Agreement. Once these proposals are accepted and put in place, they offer at last, after decades of violence and conflict and injustice, the chance for peace and for democracy and equality for all. And they're based, as they have to be, on one inescapable fact of life here in Northern Ireland. There is not yet trust between people. There must therefore be certainty. Devolution must be certain. Decommissioning must be certain. And there must be a complete legislative fail-safe should either not happen. As a result of this, you will see from the agreement that there are specific obligations, both in relation to devolution and decommissioning, a specific timetable, and absolute certainty that these obligations must be carried out or the process is stopped. All the institutions will therefore come into being. Decommissioning will start in the way set out by the Independent Commission on Decommissioning, and as I say, regular reports until May, by which time there must be the total decommissioning of all paramilitary weapons. So there is a challenge here for everyone. For republicanism to embrace exclusively the path of democracy and to renounce violence. There is a challenge for unionism to share power with all Democrats in society. It gives us the chance to put behind us the misery, the wretched ordeal of bitterness, terror, and revenge. Every so often in politics, there is a moment when the actions and will of individual people can change the path of history. When what was inevitable becomes then redundant, what could never be done is then done. And this is such a moment. All the parties have agreed now to go and consult on these proposals. They will consult their members and their activists, and I hope the whole community in Northern Ireland also gets involved in this, so that people can study the proposals, see what could be done, understand that we could finally get the devolution and institutions of the Good Friday Agreement set up and the total decommissioning of all paramilitary weapons done. What a prize that would be. What a fantastic day for Northern Ireland it would be if we could achieve it. And there's a challenge to everyone. Do we really want this Good Friday Agreement now to work? For unionists, we have there, in the Good Friday Agreement, the principle of consent set out, the assembly, the knowledge that people can live together and work out their problems together in Northern Ireland. And now, what people have been looking for years and years and years, the decommissioning of paramilitary weapons and the rule of law in place. And for Republicans and nationalists, for everyone in Northern Ireland who has felt that they have been discriminated against, the chance for them to come in and embrace exclusively in all ways the paths of peace and democracy on the basis of equality and justice and fairness for everybody, whatever their background, whatever their religion, whatever their place in society. So I know there are many difficult things that we still need to get right and to work out in the next couple of weeks. I know that. And I know there will be intense debate and difficult debate on these proposals. But I say to you, in all frankness, this is the only way forward for Northern Ireland. It is the most historic opportunity for peace this land has known for years and years and years.